The biggest technology that's driving creative content in radio is clearly streaming at this point. The ability to be able to either repurpose or create proprietary content delivered by audio, by streaming, is vastly improved, and it's continuing to grow rapidly. We're opening a studio that's 100% Mac based. There's some technologies that Apple has that makes the process a little more seamless, actually a lot more seamless. On the PC side and the Windows side, there are a lot of vendors out there who have great streaming technology and great solutions. So whether it's a radio station, whether it's an individual business, whether it's a brand, there are a lot of options and a lot of opportunities out there, and that's going to continue to improve over time. A lot of radio creative is driven by the situation, not necessarily the individual. So an advertiser may be a little bit more savvy in their approach to radio creative. The radio stations or radio companies or groups also have the expertise. So if we have a client who is maybe not as familiar with the medium, we have a lot of people in this industry who have tremendous expertise, and we've got so much track record and so many case studies that we can't help but make it an effective medium for an advertiser. It's mainly driven by the situation, and there's some balance in that, and I think that a strong collaboration between a radio group and an advertiser can be most effective. But if an advertiser feels strongly about it, then we as radio people and creative people, we try to make sure that they're focused and doing the right thing to communicate the best message possible. Radio stations have a tremendous amount of technology available to them, and the obvious place for that is the website. And the great news is that there are some radio stations that are using the technology to create an even more impactful experience, both for the listeners and for the advertisers. Back in Portland, Oregon, Kink.fm, Kink, a CBS station in Portland, does a tremendous job of not only extending their brand to online content, but they work with advertisers on digital campaigns that really are extremely effective. And we have a pro bono client that we've worked with them, and it's been extremely successful. And it's in part because of the vision of how they can use this powerful tool. And there are a lot of other radio stations out there that are continuing to do that. And I think that the good news is that we're continuing to get better and we're continuing to grow, and that technology is only going to get better for us. Creative makes all the difference with a client because it really is the core of how they can communicate effectively to the listeners and to the consumers. The approach that we take is a little more holistic, where we take the creative idea and build the radio campaign, and then also figure out what other assets we can use within the framework of a radio station to build the campaign out even more. So digital, potential charity events, as long as there's honest and 100% sincerity there, viral, publicity, PR, trying to figure out how we can use that core idea creatively to build something that's sustainable and ultimately very effective, and that's the approach that we take. Frequency and reach is incredibly important, and our role as the creatives is to make sure that that frequency, that reach, that budget that an advertiser spends is working most effectively. We're very proud to be working on the Radio 2020 campaign. We are focusing specifically on the creative side of it, whether it's advertising, whether it's branding, whether it's content. We have a website called radiocreativeland.com that we've started in conjunction with the NAB and the RAB. And anything and everything is up for grabs, and that's really the beauty of it, is because this is a new frontier for the industry, focusing on creativity this much. And we're having a lot of fun with it, and it's continuing to grow, it's continuing to evolve. The part that we're most excited about is we're not just getting response from the United States. We're getting response from South Africa. We're getting response from India, from China, from New Zealand, from Australia. People are actually really participating in this, and the good news is that we're very much at the beginning of the process, and it's going to continue to grow over time. But we're really excited and really proud that we have the opportunity to be part of Radio 2020.